After absorbing as much information as possible, I decided in late May that nomad living was right for me. I purchased a 2021 Toyota Tacoma that now serves as my full-time home. I still have a full-time job, and therefore my travels are restricted to the Pacific Northwest. This is my journey. Welcome to Pacific Northwest Truck Living. Alright, so obviously no camp out video this week. Last week just kind of turned into a full-blown work week. I ended up getting a mandatory overtime for Thursday night, so I worked that, and when I got off the next morning I was debating if it was going to be even worth driving out to some distant woodsy campland for 2 nights or not. I probably could have, but I ended up sleeping most of the day Thursday after I got off work anyway, so I just kind of decided at that point that there was extra shifts available for Friday night, and I'm just going to go ahead and capitalize on that. And we ended up doing a 60-hour work week last week, basically resulting in just 1 night off, which I don't know if you can see from the background of the driving over here that we are now departing fish trap area. And I mean, it was really just, you know, when I got off work Saturday morning, I was pretty much pulled into some random ass spot, jumped in the back, slept for several hours, and then got up and hunted around for a spot for Saturday night. So that's kind of where things are at this week. Nothing overly exciting. Make for a nice paycheck next week though. Make for a really nice paycheck, I hope, unless the government gets it all, but you know, we'll see. So Sunday morning now, got to work tonight, so laundry day, take care of chores, go over the finances, see if the phone bills are due, anything like that, and go to work, do another work week, and then it's a day shift next week. I'm really kind of hoping, I think I want to try to get out somewhere this weekend. We'll see what happens. They've been on this crazy kick of giving everybody overtime mandatory every week, so you know, 3-day weekends are now being consolidated down to 2-day weekends, and the fact that I'm going to be starting a day shift next week makes it for me even that much shorter, because if I end up having to work Thursday night, I'll be getting off Friday morning, sleeping most of the day Friday again, I'm sure, and then I'll pretty much have Saturday and then work Sunday morning. Like right now, as I'm recording this, I would have basically already been at work for almost 3.5 hours at this point, so I'm not sure what next weekend will bring. I think if they try to assign me mandatory again, I'm gonna go in there and argue with them a little bit about it, because basically, I mean, having a day and a half's not feasibly enough for a human to try to readjust their entire sleep schedule to accommodate a day shift. I mean, push come to shove, I could do it. I mean, I was up at what, 9 o'clock this morning. I mean, that I basically had to have been up 4 or 5 hours earlier than I was today. So is really what that comes down to. I mean, like I said, push come to shove, I could do it, but I think I'm going to try to try to argue it and get out of it on the pretense of adjusting my sleep schedule, having more time to adjust to a new shift. So we'll see. Anyway, that's pretty much the update for this week. Sorry it wasn't more, but you know, life kind of has a way of getting in the way of things like that. So we'll see you next week.